This video is on circumference, and there's an amazing thing about every circle, no matter how small or how big that circle is. There's a relationship that stays the same with every circle, and it's called the circumference. The circumference of a circle, that's the distance around a circle, is always a little more than 3 times its diameter. So if you take an orange that you've cut across and you're looking at that orange and you measure from one side to the other, that's called the diameter, and say that measurement is 3 inches. You multiply 3 times 3, and then if you measure the distance around that orange, it would equal about 9. So it's always 3 times the diameter. The exact number of times is represented by the Greek letter pi. That's how you say this little character, pi. It's Greek. And the exact value of pi is, it goes on and on and on and on. It goes 3.1415926, on and on and on. So for our purposes, whenever you're talking in terms of pi, you could say 3.14 and just stop it there, or 22/7 as a fraction. But what we use in 6th grade, whenever estimating, we just use 3. So it's a little over 3, 3.14, but we just use 3. 3 makes it real simple to multiply by. So there's 2 formulas depending on whether you are looking or given a circle's diameter or if you're looking or given a circle's radius. So it says find the circumference of each circle. So C equals pi 3 times the diameter, or C equals 2 times 3 times r, the radius. So in this example, I've been given the diameter. So I write this formula, C equals pi d. And then I fill in what I know. C equals, I'm going to use 3 for pi, 3 times 9. 9's my diameter. So C equals 3 times 9, 27 centimeters. And that's it. That's just saying that if I took a ruler and measured here, I would get 9. And then if I took a string and wrapped it around here and then measured the distance of that string, it'd be 27, or about 27. Now if I'm given the radius, I use this formula. C equals 2 pi r. So I fill in what I know. C equals 2 times, what am I going to use for pi? I'm going to use 3 times 21. And 21 is my radius here. So C equals 6 times 21. So I have to come over here and do that. And sometimes you get into a little bit of math, 126 inches. And it's not squared or anything like that because you're really just doing a length times a number times a number. So there's no inches squared or anything. It's just straight inches. And that's saying if I measure just this half, that's 21, and multiply it by 2 to get all the way across, multiply it by 3, I get 126. So go ahead and pause the video and do these 2 problems. Write down your formula, substitute in, and find your answer. And whenever you come back, you can check your work. So you should have done it. This is the radius. I'm given the radius, so I use this formula, 2 times pi times r, 2 pi r. So 2 times 3 times 6, which is 6 times 6, so that's 36. And then this one, I'm given the diameter, so I use this formula, C equals pi d. Put 3 in for pi, put 45 in for diameter. 3 times 45, I had to come over here and do it to the side, and I got 135 centimeters, because that's my units. Okay, so now you're going to see these in word problems. It's the same thing. You have to identify what you know, what formula you need to use, substitute in, and then find the answer. So the radius of a $half is about 3 centimeters. What is the circumference? Okay, so what I know is I want to use C equals 2 pi r because I'm given the radius. And so C equals 3 for pi times 3. So C equals 6 times 3, which is 18 centimeters. And what that's saying is if this distance is 3, then the distance around is 18. So, and this is the circumference of a can of green beans is 9 inches. What is its diameter? So this time I'm going to use C equals pi d is my formula. But this time I'm not given my diameter. I'm looking for my diameter, so I need to put in what I know. It says my circumference is 9. So 9 equals 3 for pi times d. So this just says what times 3 equals 9. And of course, so my diameter is equal to 3. And what's my units? Inches. And what that's saying is if the distance across here is 3, then the distance around here is 9. And what's my units? Inches. And what that's saying is if the distance across here is 3, then the distance around here is 9. So here is your homework check. The first one is a circular swimming pool is 18 feet in diameter. What is the pool's circumference? Use 3 for pi. And the second one is the circumference of a water fountain is 12 feet. What is its radius? Make sure you write down the formula that applies to radius and that you fill in what you know so that you can find out what's missing.